Okay, my name's Bryce Haley, and I'm doing my speech on censorship and social media. And we'll start with a discussion of free speech. Free speech is the right of people to express their opinions publicly without governmental interference, subject to laws against, liable incitement to violence or rebellion. It's important because control of speech and ideas will always start small, but then will grow into complete control, whether it's through the government or through businesses. And it's key to our freedom to express our beliefs and our ideas without recourse or without threat of punishment from our government or from private businesses. And just to make sure everyone understands what it's not, though, is it is not the right to incite actions that would harm others or violence. So we'll define social media really quick. It's websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or to participate in social networking. Examples are Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Owners of these and CEOs are like Mark Zuckerberg, well known, Jack Dorsey of Twitter, and Susan Wojcicki. And all three of these CEOs of these massive social media websites are outspoken Democrats and have endorsed very left wing political candidates and ideas, which leads us to our topic of harmful effects of censorship. It's suppression of ideas simply because they don't fall into line with ideas of the social media platform or whatever government entity it is. It has caused a division between the people of America. The division between Democrats and Republicans has only grown further apart. For example, 9 out of 10 Republicans and independents who lean toward the Republican Party say it's at least somewhat likely that social media platforms censor political viewpoints they find objectionable. And executives have complete power over what they deem as harmful speech, leaving politicians, people like us, completely helpless to what they may strike down or what they may flag as misleading. And examples of censorship are Alex Jones with InfoWars. He was banned in 2018 across all platforms at relatively the same time, even though he's been around since the late 90s. The YouTube adpocalypse, which leaves YouTube to have complete control over who has ads run on their YouTube videos if they deem them appropriate to run ads for the general public. And lastly, a specific example is PragerU has 200 videos under restricted mode, which means they're adult content. But PragerU is a nonprofit conservative organization which releases just informational videos, and they believe they are being censored by YouTube. And lastly, in conclusion, social media censorship is not necessarily a bad thing. It can keep people who would incite harm or hurt others through their speech off of public websites. However, I do think that censorship may lead to worse things down the road for these people because they will take their hateful ideas into smaller, more condensed areas where the only people there are the ones with their same ideas, thus creating an echo chamber, and then these people will never change. And that is it.